Yes. I'm just thinking about what is admissible in a grand jury indictment of police departments and sheriff's departments throughout the United States. There's an individual that's very important to every community, and as much as we don't want to talk about those that have passed away, concentrate. The coroner is a public officer whose principal duty is the investigation, with the aid of a jury, of the cause and circumstances of any death that occurs suddenly or through violence and with any suspicion attached to it. Now, I had mentioned those orange clones when I had taken the ambulance to Olympic Medical Center, and that little dwarf of a guard had touched me and pushed me out in the middle of the night. And then 2 days later, somebody turned a clone on and stopped my lungs so as to cause me to die. Now, thankfully, there were some people at that men's shelter that jumped on me and jump started my breathing. Now, I've had a lot of clones put on me over the last 6 years, and I've endured a lot of torture. But I'm going to want to know every coroner in every city, every county, every state, and any and all federal coroners that have access to any dead person. Now, when you amp the population because you have to control the spending, and then you put your clones on the population so as to control what the population does, it causes premature death. And it might be that we need to go through and actually have an autopsy of those that are come to find out I'm infected and a slithering lizard. I somehow think that coroners are seeing some things in the dead that are really not being discussed. And I'm going to want to know who are the coroners in every city, every county, any state coroners. Now, let's say I indicted every police officer and every sheriff because they had to put clones on people because they had to put the electric grid in the bodies of those that are citizens. And they come to find out slithering individuals that had to be in the fish family. When doing an autopsy, I find out they're not actual human beings. Now, in a grand jury indictment, an infamous trial proving the existence of non-human beings being given badges, the autopsy results from a coroner could prove that you're covering up of the cloning of the population so as to control where they spend their money and what they do with their bodies. Is I just need a few autopsies of those that have been the clones of those that are citizens. Now, I'm going to want to know the last 40 years of coroners in every location in the United States that handles or processes those that have died. Then I'm going to want to know, did you put a clone on them through the electric system? Did it cause the premature death of those that could not breathe? And then I'm going to want to know, where's the clone that was on them because you had to amp the electric system? Now, you can understand, okay, that it is my 47th birthday. And I'm upset that I'm not having cake and ice cream with my sons and Marilyn, that missing woman.